So you did confront her at the time back then?
I've definitely confronted her. She know it.
Do you think that is she interested only in married men or something like that?
I don't know anything about that.
She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing? She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's. What?
The more this Nicole Murphy situation keeps unfolding, the more people are starting to look at her a little differently. Because at first, everyone was focused on those Italy photos with Antoine Fuqua. The ones where they were way too close for comfort. On vacation, by the pool, and then suddenly it turned into, oh, we're just family friends. And I'm sorry, but the internet was like, family friends where? But now, people are not just looking at that one moment anymore. Because once those pictures went viral, it kind of opened the door to a bigger conversation. And suddenly, older situations started resurfacing. And that's when Lisa Raye McCoy's name got pulled right back into it. And then on top of that, you have DaBrat stepping in and basically confirming that, yes, something did happen back in the day involving her sister's marriage. So now it's like, does this go deeper than we thought? Because when you've got current drama, past claims, and people close to the situation speaking up all at once, yeah, people are gonna start connecting dots. So let's get into it.
I want to say I think she was still married. They were still married. And I was like, no, And so, when your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school,
Now, for those who might have missed it, Nicole Murphy found herself in a whole situation after those photos dropped of her in Italy with director Antoine Fuqua. And not just standing next to him, we're talking very close, very comfortable, to the point where people were like, isn't he married? And yeah, he is. He's been married for years to Lela Rochon. So when those photos hit the internet, it was instant chaos. Everyone was talking, everyone had something to say, and it didn't help that the pictures looked exactly how they looked. There wasn't really much room for confusion there.
I don't know her like that. It's not like
How do you know him?
I know him through just seeing him at events and stuff like that,
Well, let's take a look at Exhibit B.
Now, Nicole did come out and try to shut things down, saying they were just family friends, and that it was basically just a friendly moment. But people were not buying that at all. Like, the internet was like, be serious. And while all of that was happening, Lela pretty much went quiet on social media, which only made things worse. But just when you think it couldn't get any more dramatic, that's when Lisa Raye stepped in. And she didn't just comment. She implied that this wasn't Nicole's first time being involved with someone else's husband.
I don't know if she's a home wrecker or not. I can't answer that, but I know that what she's doing in people's homes is just wrecking it.
And I'm telling you, that one moment, that changed everything. Because now people weren't just looking at the Italy situation anymore. They started going back, way back. And that's where things start connecting to Lisa Raye's ex-husband, Michael Missick. So now the conversation shifts to, wait, did Nicole also get involved with Lisa Raye's husband back then? And this is where DaBrat comes in and basically confirms it. Because during a segment on Dish Nation, when she was asked about those rumors, she didn't hesitate. She made it clear that yes, something did happen back in the day when her sister was married. And you already know, once DaBrat said that, the internet lost it. One comment I saw said, one thing about DaBrat is she doesn't play about her sister or Mariah Carey. She is loyal as hell. And honestly, that's exactly the energy she gave. Like, she wasn't about to sit there and let people question her sister's story. Now, Lisa Raye has actually talked about this before, and the way she tells it, it gets even deeper. She explained that her and Nicole were cool at one point. Like, this wasn't some random person. This was someone she considered a friend. But then things started to feel off. At some point, Lisa Raye checked the manifest of her private plane, because yes, they had that kind of lifestyle at the time, and noticed Nicole had been on it without being invited by her. And that's where the confusion started. Because from Lisa Raye's perspective, if you're really my friend, why are you making moves like that behind my back? Why are you accepting invitations from my husband instead of coming to me directly? And when she tried to get answers, she said Nicole denied even being there at first, and then just stopped responding altogether.
You saw her name on the list.
And I tried to call her. And, at first she said, no, I haven't been to Turks and Caicos. I have not been. And it was like, well, wait a minute, and then I called again and then she stopped answering the phone.
Now, I'm sorry, but that right there, that's when people start connecting dots. Because now it's not just rumors, it's behavior that doesn't really add up. And it didn't stop there. Lisa Raye ended up reaching out to Nicole's then partner, Michael Strahan, and showed him proof that Nicole had been around her husband. She had footage of her being dropped off at a private airport. And according to her, there was even more that she chose not to share publicly. So now you've got tension on all sides. And at one point, Lisa Raye even admitted that that things almost turned physical between them. Like, she was ready to confront her, but life got busy and it never actually happened.
I just had too many other things going on, but I can't say that I didn't try to get her.
You tried to fight Nicole Murphy?
I tried to. She did some old dumb shit, and I was like, "Who you talking to?" You know, and I had to let her know that I am not the one or the two.
Still, the fact that it even got to that point says a lot. And what really stands out is that Lisa Raye said her own mother had warned her about Nicole early on, like before everything blew up. And you already know the internet had something to say about that too. One comment literally said, "Whenever your mom tells you that girl ain't your friend, that girl is not your friend." And guys, that hit. Because now people are looking at this like, was there jealousy involved? Another person said, "I think Nicole Murphy was jealous of Lisa Raye because usually when someone acts like they are your friend, then betray you, they're usually jealous." And whether that's true or not, it shows you how people are interpreting all of this. Because when someone is close to you and then things flip like that, people start trying to figure out why.
And then you bring it back to the present situation and everything starts to feel connected. Because now, with the Italy photos, people are like, this isn't new behavior. This is something that's been whispered about for years. Another comment I saw said, "I've never been around my friends' husbands without my friends around, and I'm single as a $1 bill." Nicole has a bad reputation around Hollywood for being hugged up and in the faces of someone's husband. And I'm just saying, when multiple situations start looking similar, people are gonna talk. Now, to be fair, none of this has been fully confirmed by Nicole herself beyond her statement about being family friends. And she hasn't really addressed the older claims in detail, but the timing of everything coming back up, that's what's making it hit harder. Because it's like one situation opens the door and then everything else follows. And now, Nicole is basically being forced to deal with not just what's happening now, but everything from the past, too. So now the question becomes, is this all just a series of misunderstandings that got blown out of proportion? Or is there actually a pattern here that people have been ignoring for years? Because at this point, people aren't just reacting to one situation anymore. They're looking at everything together. So yeah, I don't know, but I do know the internet is not letting this go anytime soon. And with DaBrat stepping in and backing her sister like that, that just added a whole new layer to it. So now I really want to know what you guys think. Is this just coincidence after coincidence, or is there something more to this? Let me know in the comments down below, guys, and let's keep the conversation going.